I would like to read a profound and inspiring passage by the great military theorist von Clausewitz on perseverance and on its role in military victory. In war, more than anywhere else in the world, things happen differently to what we had expected, and they look differently when near to what they did at a distance. With what serenity the architect can watch his work gradually rising and growing into his plan. The doctor, although much more at the mercy of mysterious agencies and chances than the architect, still knows enough of the forms and effects of his means. In war, on the other hand, the commander of an immense whole finds himself in a constant whirlpool of false and true information, of mistakes committed through fear, through negligence, through precipitous action, through contraventions of his authority, either from mistaken or correct motives, from ill will, true or false, a sense of duty, indolence, or exhaustion, of accidents which no mortal could have foreseen. In short, he is the victim of 1,000 impressions, of which the most have an intimidating, the fewest an encouraging tendency. By long experience in war, the tact is acquired of readily appreciating the value of these incidents. High courage and stability of character stand proof against them as the rock resists the beating of the waves. He who would yield to these impressions would never carry out an undertaking, and on that account perseverance in the proposed object, as long as there is no decided reason against it, is a most necessary counterpoise. Further, there is hardly any celebrated enterprise of war which was not achieved by endless exertion, pains, and privations. And, as here, the weakness of the physical and moral man is ever disposed to yield, only an immense force of will, which manifests itself in perseverance admired by present and future generations, can conduct to our goal. So this quotation I found deeply, deeply inspiring, actually, because right now I'm going through a period during which I'm facing what are, realistically speaking, rather modest, I'm dealing with rather modest difficulties, but I'm so used to operating within highly predictable contexts, and I'm so used to operating in contexts in which, provided that I didn't completely goof, I had a pretty decent assurance of victory, that I really found myself not having the resources of character, frankly, to deal with uncertainty tinged with possible humiliating defeat. But realistically, when I actually look at my situation, and when I actually look at my situation in a way that isn't skewed by a kind of self-indulgent and ultimately, I'm sorry to say, craven and submissive wish to kind of retreat into the comfort of defeat and of therefore not having to do anything. When I look at it in such a way, in such a non-skewed way, I see that given a reasonable amount of perseverance, things can be made right. But it is necessary to hear these things from a third party. Telling oneself these things is not enough. In any case, setting aside situations that are unambiguously heading in a completely, totally bad direction, perseverance is the one thing that will work. It is the only thing that will work, and it will, in fact, usually work. And I believe that von Clausewitz has said this eloquently, and that his own life story, I don't know much about it, but if I did, I suspect that it would, in fact, vindicate what he said.